crowd. There's always something happening and it's usually quite loud.
In October 1966 I came to live in Salvia Court with my husband and 3 children, and I've lived there ever since up to November 2009. It was like heaven because I came from a 1-roomed flat in town sharing a toilet. So when I moved into Salvia Court, having a bathroom, running hot water and a fire, it was just heaven to us. I reared 6 children here, and they had a great life living around the neighbourhood. We had lovely neighbouring children. They went to local schools, and we got involved in scouts, girl guides, brownies, everything. They loved living here. They actually, when they got married, they wanted to come back to live here. But after 36 years then, things went pear-shaped for us. The kids, the early school children that didn't go to school, ran riot around our neighbourhood, and nobody could do anything about them. No, they didn't go to school, so we had to put up with them from early morning to late at night. And they just went crazy in our neighbourhood, local children. Constantly breaking our windows back and front, banging our gates, taking the pillars off our walls, and going in around our back gardens. The older men and the teenagers started then at night by bringing stolen cars into the area, driving right up to our sitting room windows and setting the cars alight. And my neighbours had to run out their back doors in 10 minutes, pick up what they could and run because their houses went up in smoke. And then they would go around the neighbourhood doing, do you call it donuts? That have something in them, whether it be drink or drugs, we wouldn't know. But they would then constantly go around for nearly 2 hours in our neighbourhood, and we didn't know whether we were going to come in our backs or our fronts. And we were just terrified. We'd practically stay up all night looking from our back windows to our front windows. That was going on for 5 years, and it just became intolerable. I had to leave with my husband. I couldn't move around, but my husband can't walk. So I couldn't go out of the house for groceries. My children couldn't visit us because if they visited us, they'd be more than likely to get stones thrown at their car. And they all had young children in the back of their cars, so it became intolerable for us. So we were forced out of our home. About 32 people left my neighbourhood that moved into my neighbourhood with me. They left, and it was the last straw then when it was so degrading to see these people winning and we were losing, that I decided I couldn't take any more and I had to go. I had to pack my bags at 5 o'clock in the evening, black sacks, so nobody could see me, going out my back gate with my husband on an oxygen machine, and we had to go out in the dark, the 20th of December. We had to move out, and nobody knows we're gone. What has happened to me has happened to hundreds, 200, 300 people before me. Some similar to what happened to me. Other people got worse than I got. Other people were threatened. Other people were burned out. Other people were stopped in the streets and couldn't get up home. People did suffer worse than I suffered. The police tried, they did try, and they served them with ASBOs. Nothing that came of it. They were under 12 anyway, and they knew the law. If you're under 12, they can do anything. And if we rang the guards, you had people on certain stops on mobile telling them that the guards are on their way, or the actual parents would have scanners. So they would hear the phone calls going through, or the call out for the police. So when the guards came up then, everybody was hiding in gardens and sheds. So we were practically felt as though we were telling lies. If our young ladies in our neighbourhood were having babies, expecting babies, we'd be hoping for little girls. Every one of us would say, I hope she's a girl. I hope she's a girl. And then we'd find out I had a boy. And the baby would be a day old, and we'd actually be dreading that baby growing up. And that's saying something. A newborn baby that you have to put a tag on is very unfair to them. Kids just left out in the morning, even to use the bathroom, they wouldn't be allowed in home. They would be told, use the streets. There were lovely kids when you got to know them, if we started talking to them. I only hope to God somebody will see and do something for these children. Some of the children up here wouldn't know a queen cake or a scone or an apple tart smell in their homes. I know a gentleman that started a garden on one of the greens and brought cabbage and potatoes and carrots into school to the children and gave them to the children, and asked one young lad, did he know where a carrot came from? And he said he did, it came from Tesco's. I went to live in a granny flat built on for us by my daughter, which is very small. It consists of a sitting room, bedroom and bathroom. I have no kitchen, and I miss my kitchen. I miss my home because I could bring all my friends, my school friends that we're still friendly with. We'd have a night a week, all my friends in all our homes. Now I can't bring them because my home is too small. So that's what I miss mostly. And getting up and doing my own thing in the morning. I miss that because I have to watch everything I do and say now. I come back to my house every morning to make sure that it's all right. On the way back, I actually shake from head to toe because I don't know what I'm going to face. Whether that flooded and I'd walk in and be electrocuted, I don't know what I'm going to face. But I do come back every day to my house. The regeneration came in 2.5 years ago with great promises. I actually was to be in my new home last month. Brand new home, all the antisocial behaviour was to be stopped, and they were to work with the youth, and they'd done a bit, they'd done as much as they could, but the money is gone now and all the promises are gone up in the air. I don't see any cure for it. We're all old. Who wants to pack up 5 years' time? I'll be 75, 76. I don't want to be packing again and going through what I've already gone through. I would come back if my neighbours came back, if we're not dead by the time it happens.
But I wanna go home. I got to go home. Let me go home. I'm just too far from where you are. I wanna come home.